Davidson, if you would please hand me the verdict form. Thank you. Sentencing verdict in the aggravated murder involving the unlawful termination of the pregnancy of Jessie Marie Davis is set forth in count 2, life imprisonment without parole eligibility for 30 full years. We, the jury in this case, being duly impaneled and sworn, do hereby find that the aggravated circumstances that Bobby Lee Cutts Jr. was found guilty of committing do not outweigh the mitigating factors presented in this case by proof beyond reasonable doubt. We therefore unanimously find that the sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole for 30 full years should be imposed upon Bobby Lee Cutts Jr. for the aggravated murder involving the unlawful termination of the pregnancy of Jessie Marie Davis as set forth in count 2. Each of us said jurors concurring in said verdict signs his or her name hereto this 27th day of February 2008, and there are 12 signatures beneath that statement. Sentencing verdict in the aggravated murder of the viable unborn human of Jessie Marie Davis, also known as Baby Chloe, as set forth in count 3. Life imprisonment without parole eligibility for 30 full years. We, the jury in this case, being duly impaneled and sworn, do hereby find that the aggravating circumstances that Bobby Lee Cutts Jr. was found guilty of committing do not outweigh the mitigating factors presented in this case by proof beyond reasonable doubt. We therefore unanimously find that the sentence of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole for 30 full years should be imposed upon Bobby Lee Cutts Jr. for the aggravated murder of the viable unborn human of Jessie Marie Davis, also known as Baby Chloe, as set forth in count 3. Each of us said jurors concurring in said verdict signs his or her name hereto this 27th day of February 2008, and again there are 12 signatures beneath that statement. Take as much time as you need.
On June 15th, it was a normal morning for me. I got up, I was getting ready for work. I was almost out the door. And my sister Audrey called me and she was hysterical. And she told me that Jessie was missing. I had no idea what to do. I moved to Texas. I had been living with Jessie. I was there all alone. And I had no idea what to do. I couldn't even call to try and get a plane ticket to come home. I could not even think straight. I spent the entire day throwing up and crying hysterically because I wanted to know where my sister was. And the first thought that came to mind was that you had something to do with it. You were the only person in her life, other than her father, that had treated her badly. She trusted you and she wanted to try and make a good life for Blake because you were his father. You used and manipulated her over and over, and still, you sit there and you're not crying. I don't believe that you're sorry for what you did. I believe that you're sorry that you got caught up in all of your lies. You have lied to more people than I can even count. I don't know that you would know the truth. And it disgusts me that you sit there and you don't care. If you cared, you would have told the truth. You would not have let my sister's body and my niece's body lay there in that field and rot so that we could not even have an open casket to look at her one more time. Do you know what that feels like? You don't, because you have not lost someone. You got rid of someone that was an inconvenience for you. I thought that at some point I might be able to forgive you. But when I listen to Blake cry, I hate you. And it disgusts me that you're here and she's gone. And that I will never get to hold my niece. After the funeral, we told Blake that his mother was in heaven. Do you know what he said to us? He said, "Take me there so I can be with her." What are you supposed to say to that? Blake is an amazing child, and he's going to grow up to be more of a man than you will ever be or dream of becoming. I hope that one day you can tell the truth, although I don't know that you'll be able to. You've caused so much pain for this entire community, for my family, for your family. I don't know what your mother was feeling like when she was up here, asking people to save your life. You are a selfish person, and when you did this, you didn't think about anyone but yourself and covering up what you had done. I don't know how you can live with yourself.
Don't even look at me. Just put your head down. Your Honor, he violently murdered her. 5'4", 9 months pregnant. That baby could have been delivered. Chloe. Jesse was the voice of reason. Family had some difficult times. Jesse was the one that said, "Let it go." Jesse was the voice of reason that believed the best, looked for the best. She gave it her all. Takes a pillow, chokes her out. Whatever you did, you killed her. You murdered her violently. You won't give me any quality time with him, but I'd love to have some time with him.
Thank you, Drew.
I may not have a family to go home to after this, but I pray that you make a way for this man to someday be able to get out of there and begin a new life and to hold his son, maybe as a man. And I hope you pray that I'm able to raise him to forgive you. He knows what you did. You would not believe the stories he's told us.